YouTube? Topaz Yates back for another review, and this one's to that Drake and Future Big Mood. And I'm giving this one the red light, dude, because we're getting next to nothing here. You feel me? From any level of this song, you're really not getting anything of substance. But let's go ahead and break it down from the top on exactly why we're getting this. Because when you look at the basic concept of this, what they're trying to do is craft a commonly used saying, like pretty much invent one that people are going to follow along with. Well, the potential is there, just off the strength of the names that's involved here. Anything that Drake and Future does, a bunch of people are just going to follow behind it. That's just what happens in this game, point blank period. That's what comes with fame. But yet, what exactly is the big mood? The big mood is doing things on a high level, the feeling that you get from that. And what they perceive this as is having the beautiful women, the jewelry, the cars, and even things on the level of putting on for my city and all of this stuff. This gives me a big mood. Well, you know, that has options to it. Now, if they tied it together with excellent lyricism, if they had a dope beat, or if they had a good chorus and all of that stuff, man, then it might have worked out better. This concept may have became more, but honestly, you're getting none of that. Let's look at that production first. Well, this is one of the drier productions from Metro Boomin that I can honestly remember. And this is what happens when you have two artists coming together that has completely different backgrounds that's trying to do something together. You typically don't want the production to be over the top or going in one direction or the other. You want both to be able to sit down and try to do the things to it, even though they have different backgrounds and different styles of music. So that's kind of to be expected, but still this was super dry from the beginning. Next, let's look at that hook. To be real with you, it just feels like an extended verse. It doesn't feel like a hook. It doesn't feel catchy. It doesn't feel like it's something that people will chant. It's not anything of substance. It's just Drake saying lyrics over the beat, and it just happens to be repeated enough times that people would perceive it as a chorus. Let's go ahead and look at the lyrics of this track, man. Honestly, there's only one bar on here that I can attribute to Drake that I'm like, yo, that was kind of dope. When he said, yo, no fugazi, but my neck is changing colors. Like, that has dual meanings. Where if you got a fake chain, then your neck can turn green. This has happened to a lot of people, you dig? But yet, what he means in this is the color of his chain on his neck is changing colors as there's multiple levels to that. While the bars that Future delivers is on a way lesser value level, you dig? Like, you can tell he's just not as good with the punchlines. Like how he's saying, how all I do is run these bands up like I don't know how to walk. Like, that is clearly one of his better bars, but clearly not as good in comparison. Or how he said that this chick, she's too basic. What we'll do is put your DMs in rotation, and this kind of the way that you share women out here in the game and all of that, man. And this is one of his key punchlines of his verse, but yet it's not very good. But to be real with you, the thing that kind of irks me the most about these verses is how they're doing the same exact thing. They're talking about the same exact things throughout. And there's a difference between building your chemistry where you're going off of what somebody else is saying and putting your own twist to it, but they're not doing that. They're saying the same exact things. Like how people in this city who don't rock with them is getting money as well, and we can stop them if we want to, but yet because they are who they are, they don't. Like, they both say this. They both are mentioning Cashville. They're both talking about how they bossed up the city. They both talking about how they got wisdom tooth and perks in the same breath. And they both saying how when people see the chain, they say holy, but yet it's not a cross that's on it. You feel me? Like, these are all them just going off of what each other's saying, and they're not variating it. They're just saying the same exact stuff. Now, overall, I am happy that they are releasing new music as they continue to pursue this friendship that they have and build more music, because they still have the same names that they had back in 2015, I think it was, when they dropped their joint mixtape and stuff, man. And they may be able to profit off of it again. But yet, they're going to have to come stronger than this. this is by far like super weak on every level of this project. But this concludes the review portion of this video, man. Well, we're gonna go ahead and talk about some of the things that's going on in the news as well. Like, did you guys see, I think it was on Drink Champs, Nas came out and said that he had the opportunity to collaborate with Prince, and Prince turned him down. Now, Nas had the opportunity because Prince showed up to one of his I Am parties that he dropped the albums and stuff for, and Nas came up to him like, yo, let's collaborate and stuff. And Prince asked him, do you own your masters? And Nas was like, nah, and I owe these labels like 4 more albums and stuff. And Prince was like, nah, bro, like, holla at me when you get your masters. I'll be here for you. And sadly, Prince passed away in all of this. But Nas took away from that the whole game of, okay, I have to get my masters or else individuals on this level ain't really going to rock with me. And this is facts. This is like the future that a lot of people wasn't on. Like individuals like Nipsey Hussle learned this at a very young age, while Nas, it took him much longer to get it. Where you have to own your masters, you have to own your music in order to succeed at this game, because they are robbing you. Like, why would Prince want to be on your project when odds are you're not going to see the money from this thing that he wants to do with you, not with them? Next, did you see that Meek Mill signed a joint venture deal with Jay-Z's Roc Nation to craft his own Dream Chasers record label? Well, that's cool. That's mad cool. Like, a joint venture deal is something that individuals need to be seeking for instead of 360 deals of that nature. And Jay-Z always does for individuals more than what they try to give him credit for. Where he honestly didn't have to do a joint venture, but yet he's schooling Meek Mill on what he needs to do in order to succeed. But yet here's my thing. I hope in that contract it's specifically saying exactly what Jay-Z and Roc Nation is going to do for you. Like, exactly how much promotion will they do for you? Exactly what is the distribution? Hopefully you're getting 50-50, you dig? Because Jay-Z and Roc Nation has been known to not put out anybody else's stuff, to actually promote your stuff like that, you dig? He honestly leaves it all to you and just takes his money off top. And as I said, Jay, he does do good in school individuals about business and things of that nature, but yet you can't discredit the fact that he still believes in his own hype, and that all the promotion from his record label goes directly to him for the most part, you dig? He'll school you, but he still made it on his own to this level, and he expects everyone else to make it on their own to that level without his major backing. So hopefully you got that squared away, but it seems to be a good look. And the last thing I want to talk about is this Lil Nas X getting sued for $25 million off of a used sample for a song that never made it onto his album, that really just got pushed out there, you feel me? And this is something that I've been talking about for quite some time after Mac Miller got sued for this way back when over Dat Piff mixtapes that he never made money off of, you did. Like, this is the way the game is working. If you use samples before you blew up, all the money that you're making now can be tied to that music that you dropped beforehand, and you can get sued for it. And people are going to learn this the hard way. But right now, originals is where you need to be. Stop with the samples. Stop with the instrumentals and all of that stuff, dude, because people are getting at you for this right now if you have the chance of quote-unquote blowing up. I hope you enjoyed the show. You can follow me at Twitter up there, and you can go to downloadpads.com that's down there to read today's article.